Hey gamers, welcome to a brand new DSP video. We're gonna be watching this nice little rant that DSP had about not having friends, Skull and Bones, and the Xbox rumors, so let's get into it.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort. Tell you, drip, snort, snort.
Get the drip going.
Ultimately, what happened was after getting all my errands done pretty quickly, all right, we looked into what we wanted to do for the day, and something
For
happened.
the day, wait. But I thought you don't have time to hang out with your wife during the day on your day off. I thought only Christmas time is when you can spend time with Kat, huh?
My wife says to me,
My wife.
so I want a game to play between now and the release of Dragon's Dogma 2. Dragon's Dogma 2, for those who don't know, comes out around middle of March.
Okay.
Like, that's the next game I'm eyeballing.
Cool.
I'm really excited for it. I want to play it, but I don't want to jump. I don't want to, I just would need something else to kill time, even if it's not that serious.
Dude, this is kind of like lame to hear about. I need to find another game to kill time with. I mean, dude, like, do you have nothing else to do? I mean, just play anything at that point. I mean, they have Game Pass, I guess. They still have Game Pass, guys. They have other games. Why doesn't she just play that? Persona 3 Reload is out. She could play that. He does say that she's gonna check it out or whatever. And I hope it's in this clip because, man, I got things to say about that. But if not, I'll just give my 2 cents at some point.
I just need something to play. And of course, I've been suggesting all kinds of Game Pass games to her. Like, what about Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice? That way you'll know what this is for when the sequel comes out, if you want to play the sequel or not. What about Persona 3 Reload that just came out? Because she liked Persona 4.
Here we go.
She started Persona 5 but didn't get too far in it.
She played Vanilla Persona 5. I don't know if she beat it, though. I want to say she did, but okay.
Well,
whatever.
You might like that. It's a total remake from the ground up of Persona 3. Persona 3 is a great game. I'm sure they probably fixed the issues I had with it. So I'm giving her all these suggestions.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Okay, so he says this, right? Now I'm mad. Now I'm fucking pissed. I'll get into what I was gonna say about it because that pissed me off a little bit. Because this dude later on then says, well, she gotta play this game, and I don't know if they changed it, if they made it more modern. It's like, dude, they remade the game. And he just said just now, oh, they, improved the game. Whatever. Dude, and it's like, it's a remake. Of course it's not gonna be exactly the same, and of course they made it more modern. But this dude, his Persona 3 fucking opinion of it is stupid. It's fucking stupid. It's not even valid because again, every JRPG has ailments. And the game has ways to defend against ailments. The only archaic thing about Persona 3 is that the party members are AI controlled. But even then, like, I don't even think it's that bad because the game works with it. Oh my god, I kind of want to find that article where they interviewed Atlas about the original game or whatever the fuck, and they did mention that there was a reason why they made the party members AI control, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, that must be why I kind of liked it when I played it, but whatever. Anyways, it's just stupid bullshit, and his opinion is worthless. Again, he didn't know he could null charm. And he played on easy. I played on normal. Like, I'm gonna get a little rant, a little Theo rant here. Everyone's saying, "Oh, Persona 3 is so hard." It's a challenging game, sure. It's hard, but it's nowhere near as hard as people say it is. SMT3 is way harder, and even that, I don't even think it's that bad. It's just hard in weird ways. It's weird hard, but Persona 3 is just hard only in the sense that it's just RNG a little bit. I mean, I don't know. I just didn't think the challenges I had was just honestly some boss fights, but it's just kind of like the luck of the draw. But that's every RPG anyway. Whatever. Okay.
And basically, I go out, I do all the errands, and I come home, and she goes, I've decided what I want to do. I want to try Skull and Bones. And I was like,
now we're gonna bully Cat a little bit with this, okay? So before we got to like, the co-op stream with Cat for Infinite Wealth, whatever. People are asking, oh, why didn't she play Pal World? She has no interest in Pal World. She doesn't like Pal World, guys. But But why was she interested in playing Skull and Bones but not Pal World? Skull and Bones is another goofy game that's popular on the internet for other reasons, etc., whatever. But why can't they just find games like that to stream together? No, it has to be a isolated, controlled game like Infinite Wealth, where it's like, part of me just feels like that they only wanted Infinite Wealth because there wasn't a fail state in it, in the sense that like you're not gonna watch Cat like die 1,000 times. Oh, you can't complain about Cat's gameplay because literally it's just sim shit. And I kind of think that was why they wanted so bad Infinite Wealth to be the game, because no one can make a this is how you don't play with Cat, because if they play like Mario, Cuphead, or whatever, oh, the trolls are gonna make fun of her for dying a lot. Okay.
What? Like,
What?
I was blown away. Like, she would want to try that because she knows all about the game. She knows it's been stuck in development hell for nearly a decade. She knows about the stories, of all the problems with this game and everything.
Does she know it's bad? Like, she knows all this, but does she know it was a bad game?
And I was like, huh? And she's like, yeah, basically, because it has the ship combat of Assassin's Creed 4 and also other Assassin's Creed games.
Oh my god,
she loved the ship combat.
These people are fucking marks, man. Dude, this game has a ship? That other game I has a ship. I gotta buy it. Oh fuck, I gotta try it out. Like, no critical thought at all with what's being sold to them. This dude, man.
Yeah. And she says, maybe it'll have something fun about it. And I was like, well, that's up to you. And but of course.
Okay. Phil is a great guy. What a great guy. He knows that it's a bad game, and Cat's like, I'm gonna check it out. And DSP doesn't tell her, wait, Cat, this game kinda sucks. Look at this video of it, or whatever. Give her some information before she bought the game. No, why would he do that? No way.
Doing it the smart way. Did she spend $70 on it? No.
Oh, she's doing the smart way.
You'd
Okay.
have to be nuts to do that. She basically got Ubisoft Plus, which is...
That's the smart way? Like, these people fall for subscription. I mean, sure, technically, yeah, you're paying $20 or whatever the fuck for one game, but why would you buy it for a bad game? Like, that to me blows my mind. Why not just buy it for good games? Like, why do bad games get these people to be like, I gotta buy the subscription service? Let's just hope Cat does not forget to cancel the subscription, right? Because imagine a month from now, he's gonna go on this little podcast. Guys, this is the day off segment. Now, you won't believe this, guys, okay? So I told you, like, last month, right? That Cat, she, my wife, bought Ubisoft Plus to play Skull and Bones, and she hated the game. It was terrible. And now, we're like, I'm about to go out for my errands, I see Cat, she's like, oh no. And I'm like, honey, what's wrong? Oh no. And then she like looks at me and says, I forgot to cancel Ubisoft Plus, man. And I was like, oh, you didn't? Cat, I knew you were gonna do it, man. So now she has another month of Ubisoft Plus, and she doesn't know what to play. And the thing is, get this, guys, Dragon's Dogma 2 is coming out this month. She's not gonna have time to play any other game, man. So she has another month and she can't use it. Oh yeah, man, I can't believe it, man. See, these subscription services are fucked up. They tried to hide the fact that you can cancel the subscription service. They want you stuck in the auto renew, man. Wow, I can't believe it, man. It was so fucked up, and she can't get the money back, right? That's how it's gonna be. Guarantee it. No question. No doubt.
The monthly subscription, it's $18 a month, and you get access to all of Ubisoft's games for the month, and by the way, if you do that, you get all the advanced access, and you get all the deluxe versions, okay?
Oh my god, this slurpy slurp on that. Like
Um,
these people have such a hard-on for Ubisoft of all companies. Like, I can understand Capcom, even though, like, you know, Capcom I still think has a lot of fishy monetizing methods or whatever, but I can at least get behind that. I can, like, okay, yeah, I get it. Whatever. But Ubisoft, they make such fucking trash. Like, the good games they put out are very few and far between. Like, okay, whatever.
to basically do that and then get it off of Ubisoft Plus.
I
so
kind
she
of
was
dislike
able to
Ubisoft,
get
honestly,
Skull
but
and Bones
whatever.
on her Xbox Series S, deluxe edition, like premium edition, which comes with extra missions and a few extra in-game things for doing it. And
Oh,
this was
wow,
the
the
advanced edition.
premium.
I guess the game technically comes out today, but if you had gotten the special edition, it came out like a day early. So she was able to play
Wow.
it yesterday. Okay, so
Wow, cool.
let's talk about Skull and Bones. We
Yeah, let's
played it
talk
for
about
2
it.
hours, and here was
We.
our experience. Okay, when you first boot up Skull and Bones, you're essentially on a ship that immediately gets destroyed, and so you're with like this skeleton crew. It's like you and 2 other people on like a skiff, a tiny little boat that's just going around, and your job is essentially to survive. So you're
Yeah.
like, you know, sailing around fighting sharks with like spears. And you basically have to gather a few resources, do like mini missions,
okay.
and then get
Do
to
mini
the first
missions,
town,
yeah?
which is called Saint Anne. All right.
Okay.
So at first, it's kind of interesting because you're learning the controls. It's a little different than, you know, when you're on the skiff. It's different than when you played Assassin's Creed.
All right.
And the graphics, I'll be honest, they're not terrible, but they're also not good. Like the water.
They're
effects
not
are
terrible, they're
hilarious.
not
It looks
good,
like
okay.
fuzz. It looks like fuzz is coming on your bows. Like, is that supposed to
Oh,
be water,
man.
or are
Great.
you like in the field of pollen in the middle of spring? Like, what is this? The effects are bizarre. I think they use their own graphics engine called Anvil, and honestly, it doesn't
Anvil?
look that good. I was like, why did they go with that? They could.
Why did they do that?
It was just weird to me. I was scratching my
So
head. Like, why did they go with
weird.
that? So once you arrive at St. Anne, all the story begins. I said the story begins because basically this is where the game guides you. But what you quickly
The
start
story
to understand
begins,
about Skull
okay.
and Bones is that there is no story. Skull and Bones is the story of you being a pirate.
Oh,
And that's
man.
it. And what I mean by
See,
that is
see what I mean? These people, like, if they did an ounce of research, like they claim that they did, like, every live service game can tell you the story is, like, there. Whatever, okay.
What does a pirate do? Well, you probably need a ship. You probably need to arm that ship with, like, weapons. You probably need to eventually
These
recruit-
people, like, they love stories, but they buy these games that don't have a story. Oh,
members.
man.
You need to go out and sail.
Like,
and
I
talk-
vaguely remember the trailers and stuff for Skull and Bones, and there was no cutscenes in those trailers. Like, it was just very clear a game where you're just playing the game.
We're gonna be
Whatever.
fighting other ships and pillaging and,
Whatever.
and plundering certain areas and things like that. Yes, that's the game.
That's the
No,
game.
That's the whole game. Like, there's no
Whoa.
actual narrative to it. It's just you just play it for the sake of playing it. There's no story involved, and that's what I mean when you think about, oh, well, Assassin's Creed 4, Edward Kenway. He was one of the best protagonists in Assassin's Creed history. He was super unique. His story was great. There was great supporting
Wait.
characters. There's none of that in Skull and Bones.
Oh,
There's
no, that's
narrative.
that's
You're
Assassin's
just
Creed
going
4. I thought it was like
around
Assassin's Creed 3. I was like,
talking
wait,
to
you
NPCs.
hated that.
They're
You
giving
hated that
you
guy.
missions, which are
No.
essentially go out there and sack ships, gather resources, craft things, improve your ship and crew, and then go out there and do it again.
Okay.
That's the game.
That's the game.
The entirety of the game. Okay. Now, if you're okay with that, then good for you. If you like that, if that gameplay loop sounds exciting to you, then maybe this is the game for you.
Oh my
But if you're
god.
looking
And
for
then
any kind-
he tells you this is the game for you. Dude, this game has been dogged online. And this dude is like saying it's for you. This dude wants you to buy fucking trash. He plays a bad game, but we'll make sure you know it may be good. So check it out.
a meaningful story, there's zero. They didn't even write one. They didn't even bother with that. Okay? If you've ever heard of like the term games as a service, I think this is like the poster child textbook example of what that will become if games as a service just becomes the standard in the industry. There's no point to playing Skull and Bones besides wasting your time. But
No
if you
point.
enjoy your time that you're wasting, then I guess it's okay. One of the notable things about Skull and Bones is immediately when you start playing,
Oh
even
my
before
God,
you get
nice
to the
clap.
first town of St. Anne, it's co-op. You can immediately team up with people online.
Oh, co-op? Uh-oh.
And,
Game is terrible now.
Yeah, like basically, it immediately
No
throws
stores
you
when
into this
Cat was
online
here,
world.
now they're back.
The funny part
They're
about
back
it is
with
you
a
don't even
vengeance.
understand what it means. It's like, oh, so-and-so's wants to join the party. Do you just say yes? Do you say no? I don't know. What does it entail? So you're like, okay, let's join the party. So you say join party. And then what happens is everyone's still playing the game separate. Like, you still have to play it separately. It reminds me of, like, World of Warcraft, where you're in a party.
Oh my
but everyone's
god,
doing
dude.
different
Like,
things. But if you're in
okay.
the same mission, what you all have to do is go talk to the same NPC.
That's kind of
to
funny that they
advance
did
the
a
story.
multiplayer.
There's no story, but advance
Or
the
do they
mission
see
to
someone
go to
else's
the next
opinion?
part. So, for example, we're in the tutorial area,
Whatever.
sailing around. We join a group just to see what it does. It doesn't seem to do anything. And then we talk to the NPC, which advances the mission. Okay, let's go to the next mission. Oh, you can't because the other person in your group didn't talk to the NPC yet. Huh? So now I gotta fucking go pull this fucking no load and get them to play the game. What are they doing? Scratching their ass?
Oh my
sailing around fucking-
god.
who knows what they're doing?
Dude, what if it's a glitch? And this dude wants to be negative, and I'm sure the game gives you the option to either kick someone or to leave. And he's acting as if this is a big deal. Like, dude, he's acting as if he's playing Payday, and the dude that's in your party is, like, running around getting caught by the cops all the time. Like, dude, come on.
Right? So I gotta wait for them. So unless you're gonna team up with people you know and you're gonna voice communicate and coordinate, don't go into multiplayer with randoms. It immediately is a hassle in this game. There's no fucking point to doing it. Okay?
One experience, and they did it at the beginning.
Some hilarious moments.
They did it at the beginning of the game, and it was like, this sucks. Didn't try again. Classic.
Of us playing Skull and Bones. Hilarious moment number 1. Kat is sailing around in the skiff, all right, and she needs to gather resources to build her first ship. As she does it, first of all, we quickly realize there's no actual, like, action in the game. It's all QuickTime events. So you go to harvest wood.
Okay.
All of a sudden, a giant saw appears on the screen with a meter, yellow, green, and red. And you have to press the button when it's in the green.
In the green! You gotta do it!
Wood. And
I like
thinking to
how,
myself,
like...
this looks familiar somehow. I gotta
Like,
put my finger on it.
so,
Okay?
engaged.
So then, we gotta harvest coconuts. Well, you have a sickle, and it shows a sickle attacking a tree, and you have to press the button when it's in the green, or else you don't harvest as many coconuts, or you fail and you don't get the coconuts. Okay? So you never get off the boat.
Oh,
You never actually do these things. They're all QuickTime events.
man,
Okay.
again, they could have gotten this information by just going to YouTube or Twitter or whatever the fuck they want to use. And DSP, to some degree, sounds like he knew this was the case and didn't want to, I don't know, tell Kat to not bother because that's a waste of money. No, let her waste her money. Come on. She worked hard for that money.
So we're doing all this harvesting.
What he does know, One Man gives him $20 a month. Whoops, a day. So he kind of made that money back anyway. So it's fine.
And then all of a sudden the game freezes. We're like, oh no, the game froze. Did it save anything? It freezes. I'm not kidding you, for about 15 to 20 seconds. Then all of a sudden the game unfreezes and plays at 10 times speed. So we went from frozen to our boat has a rocket in it.
Man, I love that every time there's these funny glitches and shit that goes on, they're not streaming this. This isn't a game that they would want to stream. But they want to stream Infinite Wealth's Animal Crossing mode, where there's a no-fail possibility. Because again, we can't have Kat potentially suck at a video game for trolls to laugh at. We can't have that. So then why hype it up? Why pretend? Like, the other thing is, he spent a portion of the podcast talking about, like, improving the setup to do co-op with Kat. And I'm like, dude, you're not gonna do this again. Once Infinite Wealth is done, we'll never see Kat again. Unless there's another bullshit game that you want her to play. Because the thing is, there's a precedent, a history of DSP just forming a game identity for everyone that's involved with him. Like, Rambo said he was fine playing Mario Party, but DSP wouldn't let him because he was like, yeah, Rambo likes playing first-person shooters, man, and all this stuff. Like, there's something like that going on. And Rambo's like, I don't know why DSP said this. I would be down for any game. You know, I don't care. And then DSP played, like, baby games with Leanna. And it's like, DSP probably just doesn't want to have Kat play anything, so he's gonna design Kat to just play fucking Animal Crossing games. And that's it. So she can't fail or die or anything, and won't be in a position where trolls can, like, laugh. Because that'd be awful.
Ass, and it goes boom, and it starts flying across the ocean, and it careens into the shore, and it goes boom. We're like, what the fuck just happened? what is this shit?
This
Yeah,
is-
it's a fucking piece of shit game. Like Turbo Boat got into the ground, like explosions. Like,
Okay.
what the fuck?
What the?
So, I was like, okay, so that was hilarious.
That was
Also,
hilarious.
There's an unlimited supply of sharks. Everywhere you go in the game, there's a shark attacking you constantly. So all you're throwing unlimited spears at sharks, trying to kill off Jaws. Like, Jaws is hunting you endlessly in this game. Just get the fuck away from me. It's so stupid. How many fucking
Oh my
sharks could there
God.
possibly be in the ocean that want to eat you?
Maybe back
Doesn't
then
make
there
any
were a
sense.
lot.
You know what it is. You need
Whatever.
gameplay, and this is the gameplay of the game, so they had to put that in there. Okay? So
Oh my god!
eventually-
And you know what? He'd be complaining if there were no sharks or whatever the fuck. Like, so we're playing this Skull and Bones game, but there's no enemies.
You're gonna gather
Whatever.
enough resources to build your first ship. All right? So you go to St. Anne, you build your first ship. And I wish this was an exaggeration. I wish I was making the story up. I promise you this is God's honest truth. Kat is going to sail out for the very first time. Her first mission, go destroy 2 ships. You know, be a pirate. Go destroy two like cargo ships. And then come back with the spoils of your sacking of the ships. She's going to sail out of the first harbor of the game, St. Anne. It's the starter harbor.
Okay.
And there's 2 ships, giant ships sitting in the harbor. She's like, what's that? She sails out. They immediately aggro to her and instantly destroy her boat. What was that? This is the
Okay.
starter harbor. Why would there be giant enemy ships sitting in the harbor? So in this game, when your ship gets destroyed, you have to go back to where your ship was and gather the resources because they drop. If you don't, you lose all your resources.
Well,
So she
I'm
respawns.
I'm so glad Kat spent her money on this. I'm so glad she did. And DSP allowed it. DSP didn't try to like give her advice or give her another game because this dude has no opinion. You know what? It's as I said. This dude has a wife that's also a gamer, and she's like, I didn't know what to play, and he's a gamer. He played a lot of games. I don't know. And then she plays this game, and he's like, oh, if you want to play it, man. Like, holy shit, dude.
And she sails. They're still there. The fuck is going on? Why are there 2 ships there? They're not.
I got it. He doesn't want to impede on her freedom of choice. You know, she has the right to choose. But I mean, again, he could give her advice and be like, well, you maybe try this game out.
By the way, this is not human-controlled ships. These are just NPCs, like actual computer-controlled enemy ships sitting there. So she pulls up her spyglass and looks. They're level 10 ships. Level 10. She's level 2. She
Whoa.
just started the game.
Oh
Why are there level 10
dude,
ships in
dude, this is so. Oh my god, man! Like, I've heard stories about people talking about their kid playing a video game, and they talk about their kid way better than how DSP talks about his fucking wife. Oh my god! Come on!
starter area? So she tries to sneak by. She grabs the cargo. She sneaks, and now they're chasing her. I'm not kidding you. I timed it. They chased her for 5 minutes. They wouldn't.
Maybe she's bad at stealth. Like, I love how he's saying this, but since we don't know what's going on, we have just his accounting of what's happening, but we don't know how good her gameplay is. For all we know, she was like going like 1 mile per hour or whatever the fuck.
Leave her alone. They chased her across half the fucking map of the game until finally they broke off their pursuit. It didn't make any sense. Like, this is the beginning of the game, and this is what
This
they
is the
told you?
beginning.
So finally,
Finally.
she's out of there, and she's like, well, I could go destroy the ships, but let me explore. So she did. She drove around. She sailed around for a
Oh
little
my
bit.
god.
She explored. She liked that they were singing sea shanties and stuff, just like they did in Assassin's Creed.
Oh my
And she
god.
was sailing
Oh
around.
man, they did sea shanties. Oh man, just clap for that. Oh my god, the most bare minimum at this point.
Enjoyed that. Did a little bit of combat here or there. So
I
you- okay,
I
so really,
hate
joke.
these
You go to
kind of
another town,
people.
you can't
It's
access
like
the town.
it's like going to Greece and be like, dude, a Greek person, and they're yelling at some. Oh my god, this is the Greek experience.
All you do, you press a button, you're in a menu. Oh, you want to buy stuff? You're still on your ship. You literally never leave your ship. You just sit on your ship, and it's like there's an inventory menu that opens up. You can buy items from a vendor. That's it. There's no town exploration whatsoever in the game. Okay? She
Okay.
goes and fights a ship, and it says, do you want to board the ship and try to take it over rather than destroy it? Sure. She presses the button. There's a meter that blinks. Okay, your guys are
Okay.
on the ship fighting it. Wait, what? Yeah, your guys are on the ship fighting it right now. Well, can I go do that? No, that's not in the game. It's just automatic. It just does it like off camera.
Wow,
And
cool.
then you'll find out after the fact what happened. You don't actually board the ship and fight it.
Man, you know,
It
I
doesn't
feel
exist.
like, you know, maybe this could have been like gameplay they could have captured. I mean, Xbox captures gameplay too. Whatever.
Huh?
That is a lot
So
of work.
literally the entire game, you're just sitting on your ship or you're walking through one town of St. Anne, and that's it. At least in the early portion of the game, that's all you can do. Quick time events and button pushes on the ship. That's the whole fucking game.
Cool.
So finally, she's coming back to St. Anne. All right?
All right.
And again, the fucking warships are still guarding the port of St. Anne. So she tries to sneak by again. They destroy her ship instantly again. So
Okay.
she respawns at St. Anne, drives back
Wow,
out, gets her resources,
drives.
goes back to St. Anne.
The-
She goes to talk to an NPC. The NPC, you know, is supposed to do, okay, you destroyed the first 2 ships. Congratulations. Here's your reward.
Let me guess, since she died, she has to do the mission again.
It gives her her reward,
Oh,
and the game just stops.
never mind.
Everyone's just awkwardly like standing here like this. Huh?
Oh
The
my
NPC
god.
finished their dialogue.
Okay, we're just gonna skip ahead
Nothing
a little
happens.
bit.
You press start, nothing. Nothing works. They're
Nothing
just
works.
frozen. Everyone's just forgot
This
their
dude
line. It's like they're in a
sucks
movie,
at
someone forgot their line.
This dude sucks at telling stories. Come
So
on.
everyone just stands around awkwardly. So she closes
Holy
the game.
shit.
She reboots
Okay.
the game. It didn't save any of that. So now she would have had to go back from when she destroyed the ships.
Oh my god.
Get
dude,
past the
this is-
Armada again. Get back to the first town and do the whole thing. And she's like, fuck this. And she closed it. And she's like, I'm not playing this ever again.
Great use of money, man. Like again, this is what I mean when I say he could he could disprove that he's down from the rafters and it won't change my opinion that this dude is bad with money. It's just like ridiculous.
I was like, wow.
Wow.
That's quadruple A game development, according to Yves Guillemot. That's their first ever quadruple A game.
Look
baby.
at your game, Guillermo.
Wow, that's a lot to
Eve.
offer. Now, basically, here's the deal. All right,
Here's the deal.
it's not that it's awful. It's
Oh
just
my
not
god,
a
the
good
fucking
game.
backpedaling.
You can tell this is a game that's
Whatever.
not finished. You can tell this is a game
Dude,
that.
that's not awful. Like this dude is describing as if he's playing like fucking and I'm gonna say it. Some people might be mad. Drakengard 3 to some extent, in my opinion at least. I didn't make it that far, so you know, take it with a grain of salt. From what I played, it's like, yeah, the frame rate dips and all that shit, but it is kind of fun. There is stuff I do like about Drakengard 3. I like the characters. I like how the story is to a degree, whatever. But it's like, man, it's just rough, and I know, like, I do know that I think you fly at some point, and I'm like, I can already tell that's probably gonna be bad. I'm like, you know, you play a game like that, you already know when you do something like that, it's not gonna be a great time. But it's like, you know, whatever. But this dude is playing a game where it's like not finished. There's no like combat or anything, and he's like, "This isn't an awful game." Like, okay, dude, whatever.
Was likely rushed and released because they had to. If you don't know the story of Skull and Bones, this game started development around the same time as Sea of Thieves. And you remember how many years ago Sea of Thieves?
Yeah, we
Weird,
know,
right?
right?
Well, Sea of Thieves released, flopped, kept selling because it was on you know, their on-demand service. I forget, it wasn't called Game Pass back then. It was something else.
It was called Game Pass. Stupid.
And then it
It
got a
was.
player base, and it got a
Whatever.
community, and then a bunch of fucking trolling and a bunch of toxic shit got associated with that community. But today, it's a healthy game. It thrives.
I love this. I love this aspect of the guy. Game comes out, it's shit. He doesn't like it. He dogs on it all the time, and then when the game gets fixed, he still shits on it. He's like, the game, first impressions, man, it's terrible. And then the trolling happens. And he's like, yeah, but see, I told you guys, this game sucks. Look at the trolling. And now, like, apparently, it's doing pretty good. And now, since he hasn't talked about it, now it's like, yeah, man, it's actually pretty good, man. Why didn't you celebrate it when it got good? Huh?
It has tie-ins with like Monkey
Like,
Island and other things.
I wonder if it's gonna happen. If that's gonna happen with Cyberpunk at some point. Like another game that's gonna be Cyberpunk adjacent will come out, and that game will just suck. And then he'll talk about Cyberpunk and say, well, it's actually pretty good now, man. And it's doing very good for itself.
It's done well for itself over these years. This game still didn't come out. It's been 10 years. And see, Skull and Bones still didn't come out. This game has been started over twice, I believe. It was developed by 10 or more different Ubisoft studios, all working different parts of it at remote locations, okay? And the real reason this game came out, for those who don't know, Ubisoft Singapore. Yes, they have a Singapore.
Okay.
Thank you for the money. We're going to use this to develop our game and make it better because it's going to be a product of Singapore. But then the game kept getting delayed and canceled, and Singapore got on their ass and was like, we gave you money. You can't just not release the game that we gave you money to develop. You have to release it, or else we're going to basically go to court with you and give you all these fines and penalties for violation of our agreement. That you can't just screw the government. You know?
Can't screw the government.
So basically,
yeah.
They
About
had to
that,
release
Phil.
it. And
you
I
screw the
really
government,
feel
man,
like
by
they
scamming your
totally
bankruptcy.
released this game in this condition because they were legally bound to. They didn't have a way out of it, or else they were going to get
This dude, by the way, hates when things don't come out and all this shit. Like, look at like fucking Broken Age. This game came out and was not in a good position, and they put it out. Where's the money, Tim?
really into big trouble. So you play the game and you're like, it totally feels like it's not finished. Like they rushed it. And by the way, remember I was saying, oh, the quick time events to harvest, resources, and I was saying it seems similar to something. Yeah, you want to know what it seems similar like? A mobile game. This whole game, Skull and Bones, feels like you're playing a mobile game the entire time. And I was thinking to myself,
I just love he's like talking about Skull and Bones like it's like a down on their luck bum or whatever. But he was so harsh for these other games that he didn't even play. But this game factually is not finished and has trash like everything. And he's like, oh man, it's not this bad, but like look at it, man. What a poor game.
This is a mobile game. Everything
Whatever.
about it could be played on a phone. There's literally nothing with complex controls. It all could be done touchscreen phone. And I was like, I bet that's what it is. How much do you want to bet this was a mobile game or was being developed as a mobile game? And then at some point they said, let's just make this the real game. And then that's it. This is the game.
Or what if it was an actual game? Then they
Oh
made
my
it to-
God.
well, okay, whatever. I mean, this is like backwards logic.
But by far of all the time, I wish we had a camera rolling when the game froze for 15 seconds, unfroze, and our boat turboed into the shore like it was rocket powered and just exploded. I wish I had that on camera for you guys. That was the most fucking hilarious moment I've seen in ages in any game. We were both laughing hilariously at how bad the fucking game is. So now here's the thing. I've heard a few people saying, oh, it's not that bad. Here's the deal.
He just said it wasn't awful, though. He just said, well, it's not that the game's awful. It's like this and that. This dude now is going to mock people for sharing that opinion now. Oh my God. And again, I've never seen anyone defend this game. Like, literally, the only people I could see defending this game are try-hard Ubisoft fans that you'll probably have to, like, go in weird spots of the internet to find.
It's time to stop giving games a pass because you're playing it with friends and you like it with your friends.
This dude this dude gave games a pass for dumb shit too. Whatever, okay.
All right? It really is. It's time to stop with this nonsense. Because here's the deal. I'm going to name a few games for you guys, okay? Destiny 1 and 2. Okay?
He literally said, by the way, he literally said Destiny 2 was pretty good, though. He said it was better than Destiny 1, but now he's going back on that, I guess. Okay, cool.
C co-op games, which I've forgotten what the name of it. Not Ghost Recon. What are the ones where there's two of them, and you team up with a team of people
There's two
and
of
you
them.
co-op online, looter shooter shit? I can't remember what it's called anymore, but there were two of them. You guys are going to remember those, right?
You're gonna remember those, right, guys?
This whole industry, there's like, maybe I can name The Division. Thank you. The Division 1 and 2 and all of its expansions. Correct?
Correct?
And I'm sure you guys, now that I brought up Destiny and The Division, you guys can think of 10 more that are the same exact genre of game.
Oh my
Not
God.
the same gameplay, but it's you team up with your friends, you go online, you endlessly grind to do co-op, and it's a fun experience. Okay? Fair enough. There's a place for those games, and there's definitely a genre.
I hate this. I'm glad I'm doing a video on this because the thing is, I just want you guys to keep in your mind, he's not blaming the game companies for making these games, but he's gonna blame the gamer for them existing.
It's a genre to itself, and it's popular. It makes money. But at one point, when are we going to actually sit down and look at these games together and say, but are these games actually good? Or are they only entertaining because you're having a social experience with your friends?
But this is so stupid. Destiny 2, Destiny 1, The Division, whatever, all those games are all finished games with combat and everything. That and had support, whatever. He's comparing this to a game that came out unfinished and it was forced to be released. He's comparing those two things. Are you a fucking child? With no concept of anything? Okay.
As you experience them. I challenge you to tell me the story of The Division 1 or 2 is good. Like, wow, I'm so happy I played The Division because that was one of the best.
Again, this dude didn't play the games. What if it did have a good story? Okay, whatever.
Stories I've ever seen in gaming, right? Or even that the gameplay loop is that good. Or did you enjoy The Division 1 and 2 because you played it with a bunch of friends and you teamed up and you had camaraderie? And
but like this is dumb too. He's saying like, "Oh, is it because of the gameplay or is it because you play with friends?" But when you're playing with friends, you also have to deal with the gameplay. If the gameplay is bad, friendship isn't gonna save it, but it can like make it good or whatever the fuck. Like it's just like there's so many aspects to it. But again, he's focused on the wrong thing. He's acting as if the fact it's co-op must mean why these games suck or whatever. But it's like that's not the case. You could have a good co-op game that's not a looter shooter. But why do looter shooters exist, Phil? I wonder if it has to do with the game companies. The publisher or whatever the fuck. The corporate CEO boomer shit. Whatever. There's all these like chains of commands, all this stuff that influence game development. But no, we can't look at that. Let's look at the people who play the games. That's the problem. Like, dude, that's like me saying, well, guys, I think YouTube sucks because there's people out there that support DSP. Like, why am I blaming DSP fans for the state of an entire website? Okay.
it was fun. You were joking with each other when you played it, right? And again, that's okay, but there's a problem with that. You got these inferior games. They don't play well. And a lot of these games launch awful, and then over a year or two get improved because now the game's out there, people bought it, so now you've got post-release support that makes these games better, or maybe even eventually what they were intended to be at launch, but they rushed the game out.
And this is a dumb argument to say as well, because wouldn't that be genuinely better to have a company to constantly support the game to improve it than just leaving it as is? This dude would complain about that. So they released this game, and guess what? They didn't even go back to fix it. Sure, they launched it bad, but at least fix the game. But these games get fixed, and he's like, now they have to fix them, man. Like, dude, come on, grow up. Grow up.
Right? But we have to stop, as consumers, accepting that games come out unfinished. Skull and Bones is not even a half-finished game. All you have to do is play it for 20 minutes, and you're going to realize that. You're like, what is this shit? Like, there's no story. There's no actual gameplay in any town besides the starter town. You can't fight hand-to-hand. You can't board enemy ships besides a meter. You can't harvest things besides a quick time event. Like, where's the gameplay? The gameplay loop is like playing a mobile game on your phone. So why did you buy a console game? It doesn't make sense. And the problem is, if we accept games like this, and we say, oh, it's fun to play with friends, fine, but is it a good game? I don't care if you had fun fucking around with your friends. Because the truth is, right now, you go to a movie theater, and you can see the worst movie you've ever seen, but you're joking with your friends, and it's a great time. Does that mean the movie's good? And
this is so stupid. Again, when I look at movies and shit, I don't necessarily blame people who go to the box office for them. I understand that they go to the box office for many reasons. But I also think the issue is that these studios either put too much money into a movie where it's like, if they're gonna do that, they have to make sure the movie's good. Or it's like they have unrealistic expectations. Like, whatever. And it's like, come on, dude. Like, at some point, you have to realize it is a fucked situation because it's mostly about how they make money and all this other stuff that goes into it. It's not just the consumer's fault. This dude loves saying it's the consumer's fault. It's the consumer's fault. At some point, you can't just say it's the consumer's fault about this, because when you start to understand how things are made and how things are put out, it's like, yeah, it's less about that and more about just these companies either wanting to milk the consumer and all this other shit. Again, it's like, it's kind of like how I feel about DSP how he takes advantage of his entire fan base that take him at the benefit of the doubt all the time when he wants to milk them. Like, come on.
People should go watch it. No. It means you made fun of it so bad that it was a good time. That doesn't mean the movie was good. So it's the same thing with games. Just because you made fun of the game and you fucked around and had a
like, dude, like I see like some movies like throughout the year, whatever, and to the point where I gain a free movie ticket. When I get that free movie ticket, I use that to watch whatever movie, good, bad, whatever. I have a free movie ticket, so there's no money investment. And if it's something I'm willing to sacrifice, whatever, it's gonna be eaten anyway. So it's like, yeah, whatever. But man,
experience with your friends doesn't mean the game
who cares?
Was good. It just means you found a way to make the best of the situation, right?
But again, this insinuates that all these games suck. How does he know that? He didn't play The Division. He said Destiny 2 was good when he played it with friends. Whatever.
So you have to stop this shit. Because if we keep rewarding games like this, oh, well, it was fun because I played it with my friends. I don't care.
This dude bought trash as well. Come on.
I don't care what you did with your friends. Was the game good? Compare it to other games that are out for the same price point of $70. They are charging...
what if they use the Ubisoft subscription service, dude? Oh my god, this is a good picture. I gotta save it. I gotta save it. I'm gonna get that, and this will be for the thumbnail. This tiny little picture.
$70 for Skull and Bones. This isn't even a $20 game at this point. I wouldn't pay $20. Kat paid $18 for Ubisoft Plus, played it for 2 hours. She says, I got ripped off. I got completely ripped off. This is not a game.
Again, they could have done research for this. And this dude is like, we watch all of the YouTubers on our day off. Why did they watch YouTubers play this stupid game?
After doing it for 2 hours, that was
oh my god.
That wasn't even close to a full game experience. No one should pay for that at all.
This is like dude, this is why I watched the Critical's video on him playing the Jujutsu Kaisen Arena Fighter game. And honestly, it is so funny that when that game got announced, it had hype for literally a second, and then it was the fastest I've seen people turn on that game. It went from, oh wow, cool, oh this sucks, fuck this game, oh this is gonna be milking the fan base or whatever, I can't believe Jujutsu Kaisen got this fucking trash game, a good series ruined by a trash game or whatever the fuck. And then and more footage came out, and it just looked really cheap and really bad. I watched Critical play it, and it was so fucking bad. The fucking story mode is just still images of the anime. I'm like, just watch the anime at that point. So it's this is a tragic game. It's and it was $60. It's yeah, I'm not buying this game. I'm glad. I was gonna buy the game anyway, but it was just literally for 1 second. People were like, "Oh wow," this game sucks. I'm just floored. It's so funny.
Now we're supposed to forgive this? Oh, $70. Oh, it's fine because I played it with my friends and we had a good time. Fuck you and your friends.
Fuck you and your friends.
Care about what you did.
I don't care what you did. So then why are you saying fuck them, huh?
Also, go play basketball with your friends and have a good time. That has nothing to do.
What? Again, random toxicity about people who want to play with their friends for no real reason. Again, he's blaming people who want co-op games for why Skull and Bones came out, ignoring the fucking red flags the development had. The game was in development hell. It got government money. Then it was forced to release. It can't possibly be Ubisoft. And this is the guy that's like, the management ruined this game, man. The management. Look at Halo. Halo Infinite comes out and it got botched as the game came out. And he said, oh, it's the management. The management ruined that game. But this game had bad management. Who does it get mad at? People who play co-op games. Okay.
With the quality of the game. The game's terrible. So why are you saying that it's a passable experience when it's not? Right?
He played bad games and said it was fine, by the way.
I hate people who want to...
He played Disney Dreamlight Valley, and he said this game was fine, and the game looked like trash. Same with Multiverses. I don't give a fuck. That game was not fun to play. I did not enjoy that game at all.
Rationalize and justify shit like that. Sorry, my experience with Destiny, it never was good. It's not terrible, but it's nowhere near as good as a Halo experience. It's nowhere near as good as any real MMO. It's just a shooter that got tons of budget to advertise. So they always said it was the best one, and it wasn't. It's boring as dirt. It's a fucking boring-ass gameplay loop, and it never deserved an iota
Never
of the attention
deserved.
or popularity it got.
This sounds very negative. Now remember, wait a second, hold the phone. DSP told us that that people are negative, toxic people who only focus on the negative things. We were talking about Skull and Bones, and he went straight to shit on Destiny.
People just fell in line to, oh, this is the good co-op game. I must play it. I must play it.
Dude, no one said that. The game came out and everyone dogged on it. Come on.
It's not that good. The Division is a joke. I played it, if you remember.
And the same thing happened to Destiny 2. People liked the game, and then it got bad as well as it went on. Because I think there was a lot that happened. I think it was like layoffs were happening, so that fucked the game. So it was a sinking ship.
I played it as when it was free for like a week after E3 or something like that. I was like, I don't get it. Like, I mean, okay, you play with friends, but it's just there's nothing special to this. There's nothing unique. Well, Fallout 76. Do you remember that debacle? How bad it released?
Oh my god.
And then I actually played it during E3 week the year after, when it was free. And the game, I have a teammate who can't get off his knees. He's so good to scoot around on your knees.
Wow,
like,
man. It's jump? Like Bethesda makes bad
games,
games,
play
man.
With your friends. No, it's not. It's
no one's... Oh my god, no one said that. This dude is inventing people that defends these games.
Junk. Stop buying and rewarding junk.
He just thinks that these people exist because companies keep making these co-op experience games or whatever the fuck. But again, the problem isn't the people who want co-op games. It's these companies that want these models to drain money all the time. It's not by the gamer's decision. Like, come on. Again, he's mad at the wrong people because this dude loves corpos so much. He's a bootlicker for them. As much as he larps and saying, the management sucks, the management's so bad, and all this other shit, he only says that. Notice, he only says that when there's massive layoffs. But when it's these actual factual fucking bad decisions that these same people make, oh, these fucking gamers, man. Okay.
If you keep buying and rewarding people with awful games like this, the whole industry will be this games as a service trash.
I think he had another rant about EA. I'm not going to watch that because this is going to be its own video. I'll watch the EA thing another day. But man, this dude...
thing will be a fucking mini game, tap the buttons, bullshit.
Dude, it's an Ubisoft game. All Ubisoft games are trash. There's some that are good. As I said. But it's so funny to me that everyone is like amazed that the Prince of Persia game was good. Everyone thought that game was gonna suck, whatever. But it turned out good. But then there's these kind of games where people are like, yeah, this game's gonna suck. Wow, the game sucked. Like, come on, man.
All the games you buy will be trash. You have to stop. I don't care that co-op is fun. Demand better. Demand that the co-op game is better. Not that,
they are, but who's to say no one is demanding better co-op games? And I really wish I could remember the rant, but I definitely remember there was a time people were asking for better from a game company, and he said, these people are being entitled, man. They're saying that they should make things better. Do you know what they went through? And all this other bullshit. One day I'm gonna find that rant and I'll like celebrate it because this dude has made these same complaints.
Had fun because we fucked around in it. Yeah, you could also fuck around in real life or in any other game and have a better experience. I don't want to hear it. Stop spending money on this trash. Stop rewarding idiots. Yves Guillemot, right now, actually thinks he has a quad A game. Fuck him. Fuck his.
He thinks he has a quad A game. He probably thought that before people even, these supposed people, said that. You wanna know why, Phil? He probably wants people to buy the game. So of course he's gonna say, oh, it's a quadruple A game. Because he wants people to think, wow, I've gotta check this game out. And he got Cat.
And
He
make
got
him
Cat's
suffer.
money.
Don't buy this piece of shit.
Make him
and then
suffer.
actually, he won't be rewarded.
Dude. The irony. Because this dude, when people are like, yeah, people should not support Phil and all this stuff, he's like, the trolls, they want to ruin my income so they can make me suffer, man. Isn't that fucked up? But he wants Ubisoft to improve. And for them to improve, Guillermo Eves gotta suffer. Since that's the case, then I agree. Phil must suffer for him to improve. He has to suffer. He didn't suffer enough. I refuse. He has to suffer more. Yes, he must suffer more. Clearly, that's how you improve, right? This dude is so stupid.
For idiocy. But the problem is you keep rewarding the idiocy by buying these terrible games.
Yeah, OIC keeps rewarding the idiocy by giving him money. DSP has to suffer, dude. He has to suffer to improve. Don't you want him to improve? Let him suffer.
Do not buy Skull and Bones under any circumstances. Do not buy it. Do not play it. Do not watch someone play it. Do not get Ubisoft Plus. Do not even...
Do not watch anyone what?
Look
Okay.
at a picture of it. Do not even look at the art online.
Okay, we're gonna skip this.
And they'll make good games again. But we have
Wait, what?
don't do nothing. Stop wasting time on this shit. Because if it act like it doesn't exist, it won't recoup its cost, and then they'll fucking stop with this bullshit.
Or what they're gonna do is make more live service games. Oh yeah, the EA thing was saying that they used single player games failing for why they want to do multi-service live service games. But that's what's gonna happen if this game doesn't sell, Phil. Because these corporations have stupid thinking sometimes. Again, like, in an ideal world, yeah, if thing doesn't sell, then they should improve or whatever. That's like the idea. If the Switch OLED doesn't sell, maybe Nintendo will decide we will make a more powerful Switch. But that's not the reality of it. Because they most likely will think, we shouldn't do this, and we'll do something else that will make money. And that's it. It'll just make other stuff that may milk you more. Ugh.
And they'll make good games again. But we have to stop entertaining garbage.
But again, it's easier to like blame gamers and all this stuff when you just really want to refuse that it might just be the management making actual bad decisions, obviously. But no, they only make bad decisions when there's layoffs, not these actual bad decisions that make bad games, obviously. My God, I love when he puts the fucking water down and it vibrates the table and the mic picks it up. It's so fucking cool, man.
So,
It's like a mini earthquake.
that was our day off, all right? Oh, by the way, what did we do after that? She downloaded Persona 3 Reload and started playing the first, like, hour and a half of it. And, of course, she's hooked on the story already. She's like, oh, the story is interesting. I'm like, yeah, I know.
I'm gonna say this. If Phil toxifies the best game to Cat, and Cat comes back and says, yeah, the game's kind of stupid, because she might die, I guess, or whatever, I'm literally gonna hate them, and I'll literally root for their downfall, man. I'll go toxic mode, because I played Persona 3 and Reload, and I played The Answer, loved them all, so yeah, if he toxifies the game to her, I'm gonna have words. I'm gonna fly.
Like that. They have a story that hooks you. Now,
I know Persona. I'll be honest. I know a lot of people watch my videos, love Persona 4, and they're gonna be like, "Phew, Persona 4 is so good." I didn't get hooked in Persona 4. I'm gonna be real. Even when I watched the anime at the first time, I wasn't hooked. Persona 3 Reload and Persona 3 FES hooked already. Persona 5 hooked already. 4 I couldn't get into it that much, and I beat it. And the vanilla game, by the way, and I was like, yeah, man, I don't know. This game's whatever. It's not. I have a lot of opinions of Persona 4, and none of them are gonna make people happy with me.
I'm curious, is she gonna like the gameplay? I don't know if she's gonna like the gameplay because the game is older, and I don't know if they've updated
Dude, he just said in the same video, they improved the game and remade it, man. And now he says he doesn't know if they changed it.
The combat
Okay.
to be more modern, like a modern JRPG, or if it is more outdated like the game was when I played it. So I don't know if she's going to end up liking it too much. But there you go. I guess we'll see. But yeah, she's playing Persona 3 now. And I wonder if she's going to stick with it for the next month until like Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out.
Persona 3 Reload is the GOAT. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna die on that hill. I'll die for Yukari, Mitsuru, and Aigis. I'll die for them.
So there you go. And by the way, that's cool because I already played Persona 3, so I can't spoil myself on it. So I can watch.
Wrong. Actually, there's actually new story elements in the game. It's actually really cool. But DZ probably won't remember because he didn't remember the game and he didn't care for the ending, which is so stupid, man. The ending was such a cool ending, and he's like, so I don't really know what happened. I didn't play it for like years, so like I don't know what any of this is, man. Wow. And it pissed me off. I watched it. I was like, oh, this fucker.
her play with no issues, which is really cool. So, all right. So that was the Phil's Day off. Oh yeah, and we had Indian food for dinner. I actually got lamb biryani rice.
I'm actually terrified. I'm scared. The more she'll play it, and we're gonna hear these little day off segments and them discussing this game. Oh man, I'm so terrified of what I'm gonna hear. Like, oh man.
And she got a chicken tikka masala curry, and it was very delicious. We haven't had.
We
biryani
might have
rice in
we
ages.
might have
Last
more
time I had it,
toxic
we were on
moments
PC
in these
Phil.
videos.
We
You won't.
ordered it for like an
It'll
event.
blow your socks
it's
off.
Super duper good. It's spicy, but it's got tons of
But
flavor.
it'll be also really funny if we get based opinions from Kat. Wow, this game's actually really cool. I love Yukari and Mitsuru, man.
Veggies and stuff in it. It's absolutely gourmet delicious.
The gameplay is great. And
so
then,
there you go.
oh, it'd be
Alicia's
even,
is the-
it would even be mega based if she then goes back and plays Persona 3 FES. I was like, this game's actually really cool. Played on normal, by the way. And then it's like, this game's really easy and fun. And then he's like, what?
Combat is now pretty much Persona 5. They changed it. Good. I'm
Oh
happy,
my
I hope
God.
you're right. Happy to hear that.
I hope
'cause
you're
I want
right.
Kat
Fuck
to enjoy the
you.
game, and I know that if it is as
This dude literally, there's all these videos of this fucking game, and he goes between remake, remaster, whatever the fuck, when he could just factually just know it's different. Shut up.
as it was when I played it, especially some of those dungeons, she's gonna be like ripping her hair out of her head. So hopefully it's
Dude, what are you talking about? Dungeons? The dungeons gotta make you rip your hair out. Shut up.
improved it. And hopefully there's more saving. I really hope so.
More
Anyway,
saving.
So that was our
Oh
day
my
off.
god.
Our-
I mean, they even have a save state feature, which is like, I kind of get it. So I'm not super mad that it exists, but it's also kind of funny to me. It's like, you probably don't really need it, but whatever.
However,
However,
during our day off, something else happened. Xbox came out and did their big podcast to address all the rumors. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for DSP News. We roll right into the next segment of the show. Phil Spencer comes out on this Xbox podcast yesterday.
Ready
And
for smug mode.
1,000,000% confirms everything that I fucking
Everything that I
said
fucking said.
to a T. In fact, he went even further. Because if you remember what I said was,
again, this was on a fucking podcast. I don't know if it was anything that was gonna be mega hyped, by the way. Think about it. They announced it on the fucking podcast.
worst, I bet what's going to happen is that Microsoft's going to say they're going to take some of their exclusive games that have been exclusive for a while and they're going to start porting them to, say, PlayStation, maybe in 6 months, right? Like, take a game like Hi-Fi Rush. It'll come out for Xbox first, you'll have the exclusivity window, and then they're going to port it to PlayStation, right? No, it wasn't even that bad. All Phil Spencer
It wasn't
said
even
was
that
two
bad.
things.
This dude is like fucking
Rush. It'll
crazy.
come out for Xbox first, you'll have the exclusivity.
Like he mocks all these people about console war bullshit, but listen to how he's talking about this. It wasn't even that bad. Like it was like a bad news pill. This dude really talks as if he's like a massive investor in Microsoft, and he was gonna lose money on this announcement if it was that bad. And he's like, oh, my money is in good hands. Oh, thank God, my investment is safe.
Window, and then they're going to port it to PlayStation, right? No, it wasn't even that bad. All Phil Spencer said was two things. Number one, we are not giving up on hardware. Whoever made up that rumor is an idiot.
I guarantee you, they just said we are still making good hardware and this and that. They probably didn't say the dude's an idiot because, I mean, come on. But it's DSP's little toxic segment.
In fact,
Man.
our next gen of consoles, we're going to try to actually push the limits of technology. The
Wow,
next
wait,
Xbox-
wait. Microsoft said they're gonna push the boundaries of limitations and technologies? They've never said that before. They must be true. They must be speaking honesty now, right? Because they said that before, and they found out that they lied. So now they really mean it. This dude again fell for the hype machine again, because this dude's like, these companies, they said that they're gonna do 1080p 60 frames. They still didn't do it, and now Phil Spencer said we're gonna make a kick-ass Xbox, man. And these dudes like, wow, man, they're gonna do it. Okay.
the most
Gobble,
powerful
gobble,
like
slurp,
console
slurp.
available. That's what we're aiming for. That's number
Sure,
one.
yeah.
And number two,
Yes.
yes, we're going to take 4 games that are Xbox exclusives now, and we are going to release them as third-party games. If they do well, we may look to make more games third-party in the future. But
So then it's actually worse, man, because they're just gonna do more. Whatever.
this is like a test case. He didn't even say what the games were, but he did confirm it will not be Starfield, and it will not be the upcoming new Indiana Jones game. Okay? So, the speculation.
Wow.
And again, this is all speculation.
Okay.
Is that the actual 4 games?
This is so dumb.
Oh, did I not write it down? Oh, shit. I didn't
Write it down. Well, what a
One
lie.
was definitely Hi-Fi Rush, and oh, here it is. Hi-Fi Rush, Pentiment, Sea of Thieves, and Grounded are the supposed speculated 4 games that they're going to make cross-platform and be on PlayStation. Okay? Do
Okay.
any of those games sound like they're going to have any huge impact in the gaming landscape because they're
Again, this dude literally mocked co-op games for being trash and all this stuff. Gets Hi-Fi Rush, which is a very unique game. Yeah, who cares about this game?
on
Okay.
PlayStation? No. Not at all. It'll be cool if they're cross-platform, even if they have cross-platform play, because those games, like, for example, Sea of Thieves,
I don't care about
what's the deal if
platform
these
play.
are going to be cross-platform? None at all. Zero. And again,
Yeah, but Hi-Fi Rush is like a really good exclusive, and like, I mean, it's not strong enough to sell consoles, but it's like the only thing that they could maybe leverage to
Phil
people.
Spencer confirms we are not giving up on the console game, on the console, thing. We want to make a new console that's the most powerful ever. So, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen,
for now. I mean,
remember all those rumors? Remember all that speculation? Remember all those places that were actually saying the sky is falling, Microsoft is done, they're going
he loves these fucking articles, man. But all people are saying is it's a rumor. If you listen to a rumor and this is true, then you're like a mark, man. Damn. Oh, this is another good moment. He's like coming for you. This is the
full
pignosis.
third party like Sega, and the Xbox logo was on fire, and there were big nuclear mushroom cloud explosions, and people
Again, this dude did this for Nintendo all the time. He's like dude, if Nintendo came out and said that they're gonna become a third party company, he's gonna be bouncing up and down so fast.
doing entire weeks of podcasts and shows speculating about the end of Microsoft as a game developer. Remember all that? Yeah, all those people lied to you and we're doing it just for
They lied to you. Well, they can't be lying if they literally told you it's a rumor. Stupid.
money. Every single person who did that was a scumbag. Every fucking one on the internet. They all lied to you. They made up stuff. They rumor mongered to have clickbait content so you would give them time and money.
He did this too. He spread rumors about Baldur's Gate 3 being on Game Pass and all this other dumb shit. You can really go back and listen to all the speculation segments he has.
So I want you to think about those people now, because I know a lot of you probably
Think about
watch
those
their
people.
content. I want you to think about, is that the kind of person
Dude, this is such a trash thing to say. Whatever,
you should
okay.
continue to go back and watch their
Imagine if they said this about Phil.
content? Do you think that? Do you think you should do that? Waste your time on someone who lies to you constantly.
Again,
You-
the dude who pretended to be single for an entire year is telling you to be so upset that someone else lied to you about something superficial and stop supporting them. But DSP lied to his viewers with serious stuff.
go there and watch
okay.
their content and give them money. Because none of them had anything to say of any intelligence. They literally just blew smoke up your ass for a week with zero evidence or facts. What did I say?
What did I say?
I said, It's all rumors. No one has any factual basis to say any of this. There's zero evidence that Microsoft is getting out of the console game. No one said that.
Why is he so worked up for this? He's so worked up. Like, I've seen people respond to these rumors as like laughing moments or whatever. But DSP is like personally offended, like he's part of Xbox.
No facts. Why are people reporting it like fact? What is wrong with people? This is it. This is modern online content creation. Lie to get the attention of the viewer. The viewer trusts the person.
God.
And now everyone's freaking out. Oh my God, drama.
Dude, I've heard shit like this throughout my life as a person, man. Going through school, I had people telling me, Theo, they're gonna make, Nintendo's gonna do this crazy thing. Oh, they're gonna do that. It's gonna be fucking wild. And they never did that. Like, rumors happen, man. Like, come on.
Clickbait, money. And then a week later, Phil Spencer has to actually come out and say, it's all bullshit.
This dude is acting as if as Phil Spencer came out crying or whatever. Dude, how does he know that they weren't planning to doing this announcement on the stupid ass podcast before? Like, in weeks or whatever. Because again, what if these rumors started because there was an internal dialogue about this podcast that they're doing and they just extrapolated out of it? Like, they were gonna probably do this announcement anyway.
I don't know where they got that from, but don't listen to nonsense. Gee, thanks, Phil. Like, literally, the podcast didn't need to happen.
They were gonna do it anyway! This dude acts as if they did an emergency vlog. Like, Phil Spencer came on in a black shirt, was like, okay, guys, welcome to the Xbox podcast. Guys, it's been tough. My life has been tough. It has. Here at Xbox, we think of us as a family. And when I saw these rumors about, exclusivity, man, sorry, got post-nasal drip, man. Like, come on.
There's no reason. There was no new information given. It's just a waste of everyone's time, just like the entire week of rumor mongering. You have to stop with it. People have to stop wanting the worst and reveling in failure. Fucking stop.
He literally reveled in the failure of co-op games, though. Remember that? Come on. He literally wanted Guillermo Eves, dude, to suffer. He wants to suffer. Wants him to suffer. What if Phil Spencer deserves to suffer to make Xbox good again?
What people should be reveling in? Success. For example, I have a news story this morning.
Dude, this dude. Dead Island 2. What everyone thought that game was gonna suck ass and be a Skull and Bones type situation. Game comes out, it's not so bad, and it sold 2 million copies. DSP said nothing about that. Nothing at all. But man, we should revel in positivity, man. But this dude also had segments about fucking Cyberpunk failing all these other issues. All the time. This dude has his own toxicity, events.
Tekken 8 has sold 2 million copies in the only 2.5 weeks since it launched. Bandai Namco, says sales are better than they even expected. Tekken 8 is selling way faster than Tekken 7. Tekken 7 took 2 months to sell its full 2 million units, not 2 weeks. And this is pretty insane. So, fighting games are on the up and up. Street Fighter 6 sold well, Mortal Kombat 1 sold well, Tekken sold well.
But Phil, Mortal Kombat 1 is trash and it's stupid, so why did it sell so well? Huh?
That's what we should be reveling in. Success, positivity, not fabricated failure.
Positivity.
So you'll click on someone's show, podcast, article, and give them money. Stop.
But guess what? He did fucking podcasts talking about this. He literally did podcasts talking about this. So he too benefited from it. Yeah, his segments may not have been super toxic or negative, but he talked about people negatively. Dude, come on, wake up.
Falling for the drama. We need to shut the drama off on the internet and actually focus on positive, good things. Because that's what's important.
This dude talked about leaks. He talked about the fucking Spider-Man leaks. And it was like, oh, man, this poor company. But all these other companies get leaks, and it's like, whatever. But that's beside the point because it's mostly about other reporters at that point. But, dude, he talked about all this other negative stuff, too. And he's like, I have to talk about this, man.
Why? Not this trash. Okay? So, yeah. It really drives me nuts that so many people last week were freaking out. Here on my show, oh, Phil, you see, you're going to eat your words, Phil. You just wait till it comes out that this is all true. And Xbox
And again, I love the audio of just him messing around on his fucking little desk, and and the mic picks it up. It is so fucking cool to do that. Like, man, I wish I could do that with my mic. It's stuck on a chair I made. I made the chair. Literally, I made this chair that it's on, and I can't hit it. I can't shake it.
Now third party, I was like, you're all wrong. You're out of your mind.
You're wrong.
Why are you rumor mongering? That's all it is. It's all it's ever been. This shit happens at least 5 times a year. How many times a year do you hear about the new Switches coming out? You know, or the new Nintendo Direct's right around the corner, and they're gonna.
But the thing is, like, we know Switch 2 is gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. And he reported on this. He literally is like, well, say that other game companies are starting to receive their dev kits for the Switch 2, man. Okay.
Something huge or this. It's all bullshit. It always is. It's never right. Never is it right. But everyone is still.
I mean, there's a chance it's right. I mean, Persona 3 Reload got announced because it got leaked. Come on.
Fucking believes it. All right?
Okay.
Anyway. That's that.
That's that. All right. That is it for this video. I feel like there's gonna be another clip Snort's gonna upload. I have a sneaking suspicion we're gonna get another Snort video. Oh god, stay on Hitchcope as that thumbnail. Nope, no other thing. Let's do a vibe check on DSP Gaming. How is the Baldur's Gate stream going? Oh, it's loading. There we go.
Not until Thom's dead for
$82, banger. Because this dude is such a variety streamer. He's been playing Baldur's Gate 3 back to back because that's what variety streamers do. Okay, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time and learned something. As always,
time to skedaddle on out of here.
it's time to skedaddle out of here. Exactly, Jacko. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.